Fitness Boxing 2 is finally out on Nintendo Switch. Yay! Fantastic. So I've been playing the full game this morning. I'm pretty happy with what it's offering. You know, the game's intention is to get you moving, get you doing boxing movements and get you sweating, and it's it's definitely going to do that for you. I do have a few complaints about it as well, so it's, you know, we'll get into most of that later. But yeah, I think overall I'm pretty happy with what I'm seeing from a fitness perspective and from a gameplay perspective, so that's pretty cool. If there is something specific you want to see my opinions on, there is actually going to be some timestamps down in the description below. First thing, a complaint. The Nintendo YouTube page for the Fitness Boxing demo said that you could transfer your save data from the demo to the full game, and that didn't happen. So it was kind of frustrating, to be honest. I found it picked up that I had been playing the demo because it wouldn't let me, or it asked if I wanted to skip the tutorial, and then it didn't transfer over my achievements, my customizations, my unlocked workouts, anything like that. So I had to start from scratch again, which was really frustrating. It didn't carry over any of the stamps or anything like that. One, I feel that that's just frustrating that that work that I'd put in over the 2 weeks was gone, and two, because I championed that on my video about why you should download it, I feel like I've lied. So that really sucks. Anyway, now that's off my chest, let's look at some positives. The demo gave a very good range of what the game can do, and there's just more of this goodness there. It's definitely a good cardio-based workout. It's going to get you sweating. It's got all that good fun stuff in there, especially once you start hitting those more complex combos. I mean, even the jab, straight, hook, uppercut combo in the beginner's combo, that's going to get you sweating when you're doing it 8 times in a row as well. So yeah, pretty cool, pretty cool. The gameplay itself doesn't really differ, it's just got the limits removed. You can have full access to basic training, daily workouts, and free training, including the stretching parts, which is great, especially with the daily workouts, as once you've done the introductory daily workout, you can then set yourself a goal, whether it's gentle maintenance or vigorous movement, and then you can go from there, setting time periods to get a good workout for yourself. The way you can track progress through graphing and data entry is pretty neat, creating that all-important accountability for your workout. Speaking of tracking, when you start the game, you're prompted to go to the data entry screen, so you can put in your height, your weight, your age, everything that it needs for the calorie burn estimation and for your BMI as well. So it's very clear about it being an estimate. It's not going to be that accurate, but it's pretty good. It's enough to be able to see that you're working hard and to be able to see where you need to track yourself if you want to lose weight or put on weight, something like that. It will give you actual tangible goals that you can hit there, which is pretty good. Having a day one record and changing the data, basically the weight every week, gives a great method with which you can track any weight goal you have. It's again important to keep yourself accountable for exercise, so this works. You've also got the alarm function to remind you to work out, more accountability there. The game has a good focus on unlockables. You have to perform the easier moves first and get a 2-star rating in them before progressing to the harder moves. Whilst in the basic training section you can practice the moves right off the bat, you can't just jump into the ducking, weaving and body punches in an actual workout, and personally I feel that's great. Building a skill base is so important in exercise, and they've really nailed that here. I mean, you can practice, sure, but you can't do it at speed until you've done those basics, and I feel that's really reassuring for me, knowing that I'm going to be more equipped to do it properly when I actually come to do it in a proper workout. As far as unlocking songs goes, it comes in the form of playing on each track at least once. At the start, there's just a small selection. You've got those 3 original songs, as well as a song by Katy Perry and one by Marshmello. Once you've played those 2 licensed songs, you unlock the next one down, so there's plenty to do there. You get achievements for doing a lot of actions as well, allowing you to unlock more costumes for your personal trainers. The basic trainer customization is a bit deeper here as well, because you can change their hair and skin colour for all of the trainers, which is really cool, and honestly it doesn't really matter which trainer you work out with, they're all going to give the same advice. It is just dependent on what voice and aesthetic you really like. Each trainer has similar achievements, including Fashion Saboteur. There isn't a wide range of costumes at the start, but you'll get more as you go, so you can do some wacky costumes hopefully. You can see a wide range of total achievements, but not all of them. Ones that have a level on them, like Rising Star 1, show the progress towards level 2 only once you've unlocked that previous tier achievement. The unlockable progression system here gives you small goals and targets to keep coming back to, giving further drive to return each day for the game. It's a really good system. One of the lacking things about the demo for me was the fact that there were no warm-ups and cooldowns. So I pretty much made a beeline to try and find out what that was all about in the game. When doing the initial daily workout, you have to do a short stretch before and after. I really like how there is a front and back picture of the body where they point out the muscles being stretched. I think that's a great touch, and it's a follow-along stretch session, which is very neat. The dynamic stretch warm-up at the start is fine, targeting major muscles in the upper body and the calves. Now, I'm not mad keen on the way that they get you to do the calf stretch, as they don't cue it too well, but basically it's a dynamic Soleus stretch. So the cooldown they get you to do is just the warm-up again, which feels arbitrary. Your cooldown should involve some static versions of the stretches. Yeah, moving in a light way to get your heart rate down whilst pushing oxygenated blood to your weary muscles is a good idea, but static stretching at the end of a session is important to assist in improving the range of motion, relieving cramping and such, and it feels like it's being ignored in the cooldown. I did go hunting through the settings to try and find some more stuff for warm-ups and cooldowns, and I did find some more in free training. There's light and thorough. The thorough session is quite interesting because it is very thorough. It's a 10-minute stretch session. It's mostly dynamic, but then there are static stretches thrown in midway before returning to dynamic again. And my initial impression is that the stretching side of this game is very much focused on warming up. Now the cooldowns, yeah, it will lower your heart rate whilst pushing a bit of blood around, but it's not going to have those static stretches put in, which is quite vital. So you're going to have to perform them yourself once you're done working out. The basic training area is good if you want to learn more about a specific move, and you'll be prompted to go into basic training if the workout session you're doing has a move you've not performed before. It's great for a training base, and the descriptions themselves that the game gives are very detailed, it's very vocal. It's all written out in front of you, and they kind of break the move down into bits. But the personal trainer's models aren't really that great at showing how the moves should be performed at speed. There's a lot of hit and hope in some cases. Now this doesn't mean that you can't pick up the form from that, not at all. You can, but it's just going to be difficult mid-workout at speed to pick up the right form. The trainer will often call out to remind you to brace your core or ensure you snap the hips when throwing a crossbody punch, but to get the form right, it's going to take a lot of practice and possibly a few misses to get the rhythm right. I feel the site-based form cueing could definitely be done better, but those vocal cues are very descriptive, so just stick with it. Now, you might know I'm a Ring Fit aficionado, and I was really hoping for something similar to the custom mode to be available in Fitness Boxing 2. You know, essentially where we can put together whatever exercises we want, whatever moves we want, and then make a workout based off of that. Unfortunately, that's not the case here. There is a level of customization in that you can string multiple sets of workouts together. You can't change what is in that workout, but you can set up the free workout mode to have multiple sets of exercises that center in on certain muscle groups. I managed to set up a workout that would have been 48 minutes in total that was all focusing on the chest, so there's definitely levels of customizations for the workout here, it's just not as deep as I hoped. Still, it is good that once you've unlocked those workouts you can string them together. I will definitely be delving into this customization option in the future, figuring out some ways that we can do some really cool training with this. So now, I feel that's a pretty decent wrap on what I think about Fitness Boxing 2 for day one anyway. There's a lot to dive into, and the workouts will definitely get you sweating and get that heart rate up, which is really great. It's definitely what the game was targeting. I think the amount of unlockables that you've got mixed with the way that it tracks your workouts gives a tangible reason to actually want to come back each day, which is, that's half the goal, isn't it? I know those who played the first game said that they really enjoyed coming back each day or, every day, multiple days a week, that sort of thing. So it's definitely good to see that they've honed in on that and make it more accessible, better to come back. The variety of movements and workout sets in the game is good. It's clearly taken from proper boxing instructors. It is a shame that the detection of moves isn't really that great and they haven't really improved on it from the first one. It's very frustrating when you're retracting your arm from a punch and it actually detects that as a forward movement, so then a upcoming punch on the screen gets detected as being done, and then it de-incentivizes you to actually throw that other punch. So it's quite frustrating and demotivating in that way. The game feels like it could be optimized more with the frame rate as well, as the frame lag can throw you off your rhythm, but it's not too serious or frequent to cause too much issue. It gets points for a thorough warm-up and just not the cooldown, and look, overall, it's a rhythm game based in fitness that gives you a lot of incentive to come back. The initial idea behind this sort of game is to get you sweating, get you moving, get you towards your fitness goals, and it gives you all the tools you need to do that. It gives you the tools to get you moving, it gives you structured workouts, it gives you information in order to get better workouts as well. You just need to put in the hard work and actually track it, and commit to doing the workouts yourself. It does have a higher focus on the arms as far as training goes, but I mean, it's boxing, you do kind of expect that. Although I do have my gripes with how it plays at some points, I feel it achieves its purpose, and as a PT I would recommend it as a way to get your cardio indoors. You just need to pay attention to the form and do it as best as possible. Do your own static stretching as well. I do wonder how I'll feel in a month or so, but look, who knows. I'm going to play the game a lot more, but that's my day one review of fitness boxing. It's definitely good as far as a training perspective goes. If you're still here, thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate you sticking around. If there's something specific that you want to see me cover fitness boxing 2 wise, let me know in the comments below. I will be doing some stuff very soon, putting in some more content, putting in some more hours, getting some more stuff done. Thank you so much again. Remember to like and subscribe for more fitness gaming content, and I'll see you soon.